Hello and welcome to the Odyssey Academy graduation for the class of 2023. My name is Catherine Schomper and I am one of the valedictorians who will be your masters of ceremonies for the evening. Greece Odyssey Academy has a long-standing tradition of allowing all their valedictorians to speak and host their class's commencement. We are proud to represent our school for both our academic achievements and personal growth. At this time, please stand for the national anthem.
You may be seated. Hello, my name is Kayla Nugent, also a valedictorian of this year's senior class. My joy to welcome our honored guests this evening. Board of Education members Sean McCabe and Terry Malore, Superintendent of Schools Kathleen Grutman, Deputy Superintendent Jeremy Smallin, Assistant Superintendents Romeo Kali, and Drs. Kathy Colicchio, Valerie Payne, and Michael Saffitz, as well as Odyssey faculty and staff, present and past, parents and families, and most importantly, the graduating Odyssey class of 2023.
My name is Morgan Hall, also a valedictorian of this graduating class. Thank you for joining us in this important marker in our lives. Thank you to our principal, Dr. Corey T. Hepburn, Gabrielle Graves, our vice principal, and our senior counselors, Toria Frank, Jennifer Kelly, and Juana O'Coffer, and our class advisors, Jamie Smith, Julie Tortora, for all you have done for our class. Thank you, Odyssey families and staff, for all your support, which has culminated in today's graduation.
I'm Joaquin Torres Morales, also a valedictorian. Please make note of the location of the exit nearest to you in the event of emergency. Please refrain from drinking or eating, as there is no food or drink allowed in the auditorium. Help us maintain the dignity of our celebration by ensuring that all cell phones are silenced and that there is no texting occurring during the ceremony. For your convenience, restrooms are located outside of the auditorium to the right. Also, standing in the aisles is not permitted. Thank you for your cooperation. Yeah, Joaquin.
Hello, my name is Anthony Tedisco, another valedictorian of this year's class. Our first speaker is Superintendent of Schools, Miss Kathleen Grobman. Our superintendent is deeply rooted in the Greece community. She is an active member of both the Greece Rotary and the Greece Chamber of Commerce. She also connects with kids across the district with her group of student leaders. On any given evening or weekend, she can be found connecting with families and students at events across our town. Ms. Grotman believes in the importance of choosing love, inclusion, joy, and giving all students an opportunity to succeed. Please give a warm welcome to our superintendent, Kathleen Grotman.
Forgive me for shifting podiums, but I made a few last-minute edits, and my speech is over here. So welcome, everyone. I am truly honored to be here with you on this special day and would like to formally welcome all of the proud parents, extended family members, and friends to this commencement ceremony honoring this amazing class of 2023. I also want to thank all of our exceptional teachers, staff members, school leaders, and Board of Education members for their service to our schools and community. Everyone joining us today in this beautiful auditorium should feel proud because you've contributed in some way to a student crossing the stage. I thank you deeply for being here and for all that you've done to help these young people achieve this significant goal. Graduates, you have officially met all of the requirements for New York State and have earned a diploma and have done so in the most unique way. You as a class have spent your entire high school career dealing with COVID. I hate to say even the word, but it is part of your story. From a complete shutdown your freshman year to hybrid learning to back in person with masks. And meanwhile, we were supposed to start the year normal and we quickly realized the impact that COVID had on the mental health of our fellow students, staff, and families. Graduates, you have dealt with and experienced much more than you should have at a young age and done so with grace and resilience. So you, of all, will appreciate and understand when I hear comments like kids today, generally followed by something negative, that I can't help but disrupt this thinking. I am here. I'm here in Greece, I'm in our schools, and I see you. I know firsthand the strength, the talent, and the beauty that exists in this class, and I'm proud of you. I'd like to share with you a short story and one piece of advice. This year, my mom passed away. My mom's name was Millie, just for context in the story. And I need you to know when I sat and wrote her eulogy, I didn't think once about her class standing or what kind of diploma she earned. I didn't think about her grade in chemistry or how many credits she had, how good of a cheerleader she was, if she was a great writer, or if she had received any awards. I didn't think of any of that. I didn't know how many referrals she got. I know one good story about her getting caught smoking in the bathroom. What I did think about, though, while I was writing that eulogy is the fact that my mom was loving, persistent, and hardworking. My mom, Millie, lived a difficult life growing up and was diagnosed with Parkinson's at a very young age. She courageously lived many years of challenge, loss, and discouragement. In fact, most of my life I've spent watching her pretty much suffer and lose independence. But that's not all I watched. I watched her live with relentless grace, optimism, and hope. I watched her fight and persevere through multiple brain surgeries and treatments. I watched the genuine kindness she always showed others and how she listened. She listened authentically and made people feel seen. I am most proud standing here today, graduates, knowing that you have met all the requirements for New York State, but you also demonstrate what I call many of these Millie characteristics. As a class and as individuals, you have shown your persistence. You've shown open-mindedness, your kindness and compassion in so many ways through your high school career. That's what makes me proud. My hope is that each of you have had at least one adult like Millie who's cultivated these characteristics, and that through high school you have found lots of moments of joy and friendship and love. As you transition out of high school into life, I also have one piece of advice, like I mentioned. I just read a book that made me think of you. It's called Turning to One Another by Margaret Wheatley. The book centers around a very, very simple idea that we can change the world if we start listening to one another again. Wheatley contends that if we listen and if we gather in person, that we will figure out what we care about, and that will give us the courage that we need to take action and make change in the world. But this requires us to put our phones down. It requires us to slow down. It requires us to engage without judgment, to stay curious in conversation, to let go of the need to be right and our tendency to get loud when we don't agree, to remember all the lessons that you've learned here in school, and also many of those Millie characteristics. Graduates, our world needs you. Please know that it's not yours to fix alone, but I do hope that you'll continue to step forward, let go of judgments, be curious enough to start conversations so that you can change the world for the better. I know you can, and I know you will do this. If you know me, you know my favorite quote, and it's fitting for this, is by Margaret Mead: "Never doubt that a small group of people can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has." Class of 2023, you've worked hard, you've learned important lessons, acquired critical skills. From the bottom of my heart and on behalf of the Greece Central School District family, I extend congratulations to each and every one of you for a job well done. Go be great.
Thank you, Superintendent Groutman. My name is Willa Kelly, a valedictorian of the class of 2023. This year's staff speaker is a beloved school counselor who most graduates here tonight know well. I believe the simplest way to describe this faculty member's relationship with students here at Odyssey is that he cares. His door is always open, even to those who aren't specifically assigned to his caseload, like myself. He coaches sports and is responsive to all students. He's given so many of us an unforgettable high school experience through his support. It is my pleasure to introduce our faculty speaker this year, the one and only Mr. O'Coffer.
Thank you, Willa, for that very nice message. Good evening, everyone. My name is Mr. O'Coffer, and as Willa said, I am one of the high school counselors here at Odyssey. I want to make sure that I say this. Y'all did it. Congratulations. God is good. God is good. Also like to say thank you very much for giving me this opportunity not only to speak to you guys, but to all your loved ones this evening. The fact that you guys voted for me to be the class speaker is very, really humbling, and I'm very, very appreciative from the bottom of my heart. I also want to make sure that you guys know that throughout your short 16 to 18 years of life, that you guys have accomplished so much. And sitting here tonight is arguably your most prominent accomplishment to date. And I want you to know that you can always count on me even after you leave Odyssey. Or you could just continue to count on your fingers like many of you do. That's perfectly fine. Dad joke number one, get ready. Many of these amazing students are going to be attending different colleges and universities, such as Nazareth, Brockport, Geneseo, University of Buffalo, U of R, RIT, Oswego, Fredonia, Columbia, Damon, the Air Force, MCC, Niagara University, University at Pittsburgh, Roberts Wesleyan, Sheer Ego, and GCC, just to name a few. Did I miss anything? And they will be attending these schools to turn their dreams into a reality. And this actually reminds me of something that my parents said when I was younger. They said to me, son, you can become whatever you dream of. So does anyone know how to become Michael B. Jordan? Like I try to look it up in Yahoo, but I don't think that's the best search engine. But in all seriousness, I don't think you guys realize the magnitude of this moment. I am actually speaking in front of future teachers, cosmetologists, nurses, doctors, surgeons, radiologists, engineers, business owners, coaches, chefs, scientists, lawyers, police officers, firefighters, museum curators, illustrators, physical therapists, psychologists, computer scientists, pilots, jazz musicians, and theater productionists. And I had one senior even say to me, "Mr. Okafor, it doesn't matter what I do. I just want to be happy." That student understands life. And with all these different careers that I mentioned, I don't know if you guys realize how much money that this equates to. Spoiler alert, this is millions of dollars. And with all that money you guys are going to be making, I'm just trying to find out who's going to let a brother hold a dollar. Because the way my bank account is set up, it's tough. And before you even got to this moment, you guys most likely experienced different regrets throughout your lives. And the fact that you guys are going through this moment, whether it's a relationship you went through, a friendship, a sport, a club, a job that you have regretted, etc., I wish I could sit here and tell you that you will never regret anything for the rest of your life. But unfortunately, that will be untruthful. I have seen many of you overcome obstacles during my 3 years here at Odyssey. Many of you have had challenges with anxiety, depression, loss of a loved one, sickness, a pandemic, and so much more. Yet you sit here with your caps on your head, ready to turn that tassel. Why? Because you subconsciously realize that your dreams are much bigger than any obstacle that you have faced. That is a testament to perseverance. I want to give you a round for that. On the last day of school, I was privileged enough to spend time with a group of seniors. And one of them was kind enough to ask me for some advice for him and his friends as they embark on this new journey after high school. And I thought of this quote to say to them, which was, "Time can be your greatest resource or your greatest regret." You guys will be presented with different challenges. You guys will be presented with different clubs to join, sports teams, a fraternity, a sorority. You guys will be offered internships, summer jobs, work studies, networking events, etc. There will be that boy or girl that you want to date, that party that you want to go to, that spring break trip with new friends, and so much more. And 4 years from now, many of you will be at your college graduation, or some of you will be in your respective careers. But either way, I want you to ask yourself, how did I use my time? Did I take advantage of all the opportunities that were presented to me? Once again, time can be our greatest resource or our greatest regret. And I'm going to end my speech with a segment of a poem that I wrote titled "Freedom Dreaming." And it goes like this. I encourage you to use other people's negative comments as motivation. Have the words "won't" or "never" be your inspiration. You won't do that, or you'll never follow through. That's when you just smile and nod, say, "I appreciate you." Let your success minimize their noise and handle any setback you face with some poise. Now, it's not going to be easy. I'll be the first to admit. But each day you have to keep pushing forward, even if it's just a little bit. Find others that will hold you accountable, especially when things seem to be insurmountable. It's okay to take a trip out the blue. It's okay to take a risk for something new. If you want to open up a new business, start a new career, try a new hobby, it's okay, you can do that too. Just remember, at the end of the day, you have to do what's best for you. Now, you could ignore everything I said. You could go spend time with your loved ones, go home and play video games, or go and just jump right into bed. And that's okay, because I won't be hurt at all. but I just pray that you guys know how to respond whenever you fall. Don't give up on your dreams until the job is done. And once you accomplish that, then it's time to come up with another one. Congratulations, class of 2023. Very proud of you, so you'll pray that much success.
Sorry. It's very quiet here. Okay. Thank you, Mr. O'Coffer. My name is Julia Schrader, and it is my privilege to introduce you to a melodic dedication to our seniors performed by the Odyssey Academy Select Choir under the direction of Mr. Stephen Miller.
Good evening. I am Nicholas Kierstead, a valedictorian as well. This Greece Central School District also has a tradition for one of the valedictorians to give an address to their graduating class. This year's valedictorian speaker is Joaquin. Without further ado, it is my pleasure to introduce the valedictorian speaker for the Greece Odyssey class of 2023, Joaquin Ignacio Torres Morales.
Good evening. Thank you, Nicholas, for introducing me, and to our distinguished guests for attending this momentous event. I would also like to thank my father and my inspiration, Geraldo Torres, who took his experiences growing up as a Puerto Rican boy, the son of a single mother within the city of Rochester, and turned it into working tirelessly to bring equity and inclusion within Monroe County. My name is Joaquin Torres Morales, and I'm honored to be speaking before you all as one of Odyssey's 2023 valedictorians. Tonight, you will hear my peers discuss the many lived experiences we have navigated throughout our school careers, some positive and some negative. I will be speaking through a perspective birthed from an emotion felt through the challenges faced by our class as a collective group. Within the students of America today, there is an anger that is deep and constantly boiling, one which grows in strength and volatility with every name forgotten or purposely mispronounced, every attempt at ignoring lived experiences, every banned book, every threat against our lives, every heartbeat stopped because of violence, bigotry, and pure ignorance. It is an anger. It is an anger that I know well. We are a generation addled not only with physical ailment, but the widespread disease known as hatred and violence. A centuries-old mold so palpable that my friends and family have looked at me with teary eyes and with shaky tone said, "I am scared." So scared. But tell me, class of 2023, are we so scared that we are subdued? Do we let stereotypes define us? Pain, silence. Should we? There are moments in which we may think to ourselves, wouldn't we all be happier if we could just sit this one out? Wouldn't it be easier that way, just to let someone else handle it while we sit watching the next best reality romance? The cliche is to say that no one has ever said it would be easy, and that's true. It won't be easy. But it'll be 1,000,000,000 times better than watching the communities in which our children, our friends, our loved ones, our peers, and most importantly, our future inspirations, which are meant to thrive, be destroyed. No matter what your current values are, that is a world where you do not want to live, a world that lacks intersectionality, equity, and expression. It's certainly not where I want to live. So I say again, there is an anger within us, an anger which fuels us, which inspires us to continue despite the obstacles placed before us by those who were meant to build a better world. It is what pushes us to become artists, engineers, firefighters, politicians, costume designers, doctors, journalists, teachers, and activists. We are not weak. We can be sensitive, but I'd rather be sensitive than heartless. I'd rather cry before those who love me than kill those who don't even know who I am, whether through physical means or by spewing age-old fallacies dressed up in new, modern clothes. You are all so talented and so intelligent. You don't need to read Shakespeare or master geometry for me to be able to say that, because we all have amazing skills and abilities which we can use to build that better world. Please don't misinterpret me. We can be angry and kind. The 2023 Irish film Banshees of Inisherin, a gorgeous story which also acts as an allegory for the senseless nature of war and violence, includes a character who fears that being nice is a waste of time, that nobody recalls the niceness or kindness of the average individual. This is something that anyone can relate to today. Looking at this world where it seems only the worst of us get the best treatment in society and within the history books, what is the point of being kind? I can tell you, and that film can tell you, that there's always somebody or even an entire community of somebodies who will remember your kindness. I think of a quote by author and poet Maya Angelou, an artist who didn't speak fearing up for the sake of change, who said, "People will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." If you haven't been paying attention thus far, I ask you to pay attention now. Take your anger and whatever biases that may be rooted deep within your soul and turn it into kindness. Turn it into connection, compassion, turn it into art, into the roads and buildings, the policies and institutions of tomorrow. Turn it into change. Thank you.
Thank you, Joaquin. I'm still Willa Kelly, a valedictorian of the class of 2023. At this point, I would like to introduce Kayla Nugent, Anthony Tedisco, Catherine Schomper, and Johnny Wynn as they recap our high school years and memorable moments.
Hi, my name is Kayla Nugent. Freshman year was a year of discovery and growth. While the class of 2023 had already made incredible memories and gains throughout their middle school years, such as developing new friend groups, adapting to multiple classes a day, and adapting to teachers. On Friday, March 13th of 2020, we were all sent home from school. One might say the ultimate Friday the 13th. We left thinking that we would be back in 2 weeks, but little did we know that things would spiral and school as we once knew it would completely change. Through it all, though, we survived Mr. Perry's extensive amount of work, teaching ourselves math in isolation, pretending to do remote PE, all while missing school and our beloved friends.
Next up was our sophomore year. Opting for complete online learning, I enjoyed the perks of attending classes in my pajamas and indulging in endless snack breaks. Yet, there was still a comedic relief. Like accidentally unmuted mishaps, teachers scurrying to find out why their mics weren't working, and Mr. Allen deciding to sit 2 feet away from the camera, quite literally to hear him breathe. Still, interactions were limited to simple virtual platforms and twice-a-week hybridity, with a myriad of rules and coherence making it difficult to build genuine relationships. It felt like we were mere faces on a screen, losing the personal touch and deeper understanding of each other. In the midst of this disconnection, athletes alike were affected tremendously. Beloved sports filled with camaraderie, memories, and competition key to our growth were put on hold. Uncertainty loomed over us all. As seasons were canceled or postponed indefinitely, it felt like a piece of our identity was missing. Yet we carried on, continued to persevere, we emerged stronger, equipped ourselves with valuable lessons, and honed a mindset to take on new challenges and adapt.
Now on to junior year. During that transition, we were becoming more aware of the challenges facing our society, including race, gender identity, and many other issues. We were beginning to recognize our own identities and the importance of advocating for ourselves in school and beyond. While we returned to athletics, we still had to mask and follow COVID-19 protocols. The mandating masking was still in effect, and a majority of our school year was still hidden. Junior year would be but another step on our journey to normalcy, or whatever this means, because truly our high school experience was definitely not what you see in the movies.
And finally, senior year, a long-awaited return to normalcy since freshman year. From September to now, we met deadlines, grown, and prepared for life after graduation. It's been a year of laughter and fun, late nights with friends, and exploration. As we reflect, we envision our future with excitement and uncertainty. In these final hours, let us cherish our achievements and the friendships we formed, embracing the present and the endless possibilities that lie ahead. Another cherished tradition within the Greece Central School District is the selection of a student from the senior class to serve as the class speaker. This year, our esteemed class of 2023 has chosen Jordan Kasambai. Jordan embodies the spirits of camaraderie and respect, consistently earning the admirations of his peers. His unwavering support for others and active involvements in school events within the Odyssey community have made him a beloved figure among his classmates. Interacting with Jordan is an experience that has a lasting impact. His interesting personality and his radiant energy tends to bring smiles to everyone's faces. His ability to find humor in every situation brings joys to those around him and creates a positive atmosphere. Therefore, it's my privilege to introduce our class speaker for the class of 2023, my best friend and my brother, Jordan Kasambai.
Thank you, Johnny. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests and fellow graduates, my name is Jordan Kasambai, and I'm honored to have the privilege to stand before you and fill this auditorium with a mixture of excitement and nostalgia as we celebrate this momentous occasion. Today, we officially mark the end of our time as students at Odyssey Academy and the beginning of a new chapter in our lives. Before I continue with this speech, I'd like to say a huge thank you to the student body and Mrs. Graves for putting up with my plea to be the speaker at this year's graduation. So if you would, please give a round of applause to the students and Mrs. Graves. As we gather here today, we've persevered through difficult times. In some way, shape, or form, we've all been affected by the COVID-19 pandemic, which shifted our lives, some for the better and some for the worse. We've survived the dreadful switch to online schooling where we faked our internet going out, but in reality, we just didn't want to sit through 90 minutes of Mr. Allen talking about the iron triangle. We've sat through long Regents exams, and Mr. Perry's AP English class where somehow 55 minutes felt like 24 hours. But despite these challenges, we've emerged stronger and more resilient as a result. We've learned so much over the course of these 4 years, not just from lectures and textbooks, but through our experiences and relationships with one another. The bonds we've formed, the knowledge we've gained will serve as a foundation in the next chapter of our lives. But let us never forget the sacrifices our parents and families made to support us through our high school careers. We may not say it often, but we all appreciate the effort you put in to ensure we succeed in high school. We can't forget the efforts of our teachers as well. They've imparted their wisdom and guidance onto us. So on the behalf of the graduating class, I'd like to say thank you, staff and families. Graduates, we waited our whole lives for this. The time is almost here. In mere minutes, we'll be walking the stage and getting our diplomas. Nelson Mandela once said, "What counts in life is not the mere fact that we've lived. It is what difference we've made in lives that will determine the significance of the life we lead." I'd like to say a few things as we enter this new chapter in our lives. I encourage you to continue to grow and strive for excellence in all you do and never stop learning. I have no doubt that this graduating class will have a positive impact on our communities. We have future doctors, CEOs, teachers, engineers, and the list goes on. This proves that this graduating class is going to change the world. I extend my heartfelt congratulations to my fellow graduates, the class of 2023. We've earned this diploma, and we have so much to be proud of. I have no doubt that we continue to make our friends, our family, our school, and our community proud in the years to come. In closing, I'd like to read a quote from Audrey Graham Drake. Starting from the bottom, now we're here. Starting from the bottom, now my whole team's here. Thank you so much, Odyssey Academy, and best of luck in our future endeavors.
Hello again. I'm still Morgan Hall, a valedictorian of the class of 2023. Thank you, Jordan. It is now time for our principal's address. This evening, Dr. Hepburn actually celebrated his own commencement this year. He completed his doctorate in education from St. John Fisher University, all while serving as a principal at Grace Odyssey Academy. It is my pleasure to introduce you to the best-dressed principal around, Dr. Corey T. Hepburn.
So I do have something to read from, but there are a few things I just want to say prior. To be in a room wrapped by unconditional love just is an amazing experience, and to stand in this space and to see the faces of the families and the family members that have made the difference. I always say that school is but a resource for the first teachers, and to stand here and see the first teachers and those who trust us with your scholars' education. And that is a huge compliment. The best dressed, I know I'll have some competition come 23-24 school year because we have an amazing staff, a very good-looking staff. I've already encouraged them that if they do move into modeling, I will be their manager. So this is but a promotion for that. But thank you, families. So good evening and welcome to the Greece Performing Arts Center for the class of 2023 commencement ceremony. I would like to welcome, yes. I would like to welcome all of the parents, family members, friends, and everyone that is here today in attendance. But more importantly, I would like to thank you for trusting us as partners on the journey towards today, graduation. Thanks to the Odyssey teachers and staff, the superintendent, the superintendent's cabinet members, and the Board of Education members who served fearlessly and contributed in some way to this moment we are sharing. Graduation. It is the love, support, encouragement, and commitment to these amazing student scholars that has allowed them to be where they are today. I would also like to say directly to our graduates, congratulations. It is my honor to stand here ending my first year as principal at Odyssey Academy for your last year as student scholars and first day as alumnus. I ask that you always remember where you have come from and do not forget what you did not know prior to what you have learned. My son is 4 years old. He is one of 3 children. He enjoys math. If you ask him today, what is 2 plus 2? He'll position his fingers, Mr. O'Coffer said, some of us still do that, and work to solve this equation. He may or may not answer correctly yet because he does not know. He has not mastered it yet. Once mastered, his responses will become automated. He may forget how hard he first thought the problem was, 2 plus 2. As he develops his mathematical skills, he will no longer feel anxious when asked to solve 2 plus 2. You must also remember the practice and work you applied on your own learning journey. The early chapters are important ones in each and every one of our lives' stories. It has helped to shape who we are today, who you want to be tomorrow, And as you continue to learn, you will realize all that you did not know yet. Erykah Badu sang, I'm not going to sing. A man who knows something knows he knows nothing at all. And thinking about how you all will move forward while increasing what you know, I ask that you do this with a kind heart, a stout work ethic, and a positive outlook. These three simple things will allow you to move forward, thrive, and succeed in this world. As American author and psychiatrist Theodore Isaac Rubin wrote, kindness is more important than wisdom. And the recognition of this is the beginning of wisdom. This simple statement is so powerful and yet so important now more than ever, as the need to come together is critical. We are facing challenges in our local communities, in our state, in our country, and in our world, none of which we will ever be able to properly address, solve, or resolve without kindness. As it is kindness that will allow people with different views and perspectives to come together and be the change. Change will not be easy. However, which is why a solid work ethic is so critical to success. The ability to work hard, show up on time, be collaborative, and see things to completion are all different attributes that make up work ethic. Excelling in these areas will set you up to shine positively, while at the same time allowing you to stand out from the crowd. As the television host and actor Mike Rowe once said, work ethic is important because unlike intelligence, athleticism, charisma, or any other natural attribute, it's a choice. And it is a choice you can make every day as you take on the world in whatever role that may be, whether in the workforce, continuing your education, serving our country, parenting, volunteering, serving in the local government, or joining a charitable organization. You can make that choice to be committed and follow through to help make a difference, whether it be big or small. Tim Noki, a basketball coach, said, hard work beats talent when talent does not work hard. The work that you will do will be different for each of you. Your efforts will make a difference in the world, and it will be connected to your hard work. Let the work you do fill you with joy. Our theme this year at Greece Central School District. The third thing that I asked of all of you as you move forward after today is to have a positive outlook. I know that we live in a world where so much attention is paid to the negative things that are ongoing, much a product of social media, but remember, there are so many more positive things that are happening all the time and all around you. As the character Albus Dumbledore stated in the Harry Potter series, happiness can be found in even the darkest of times if only one remembers to turn on the light. And so, I am asking all of you today to please turn on the light. Not the song, Jordan. Whether it be a small flash of light, the giant beam of a spotlight, or a brilliant ray of sunshine, please find the positives in our world and make them a priority. There are simply too many positives for us instead to focus on the negative. And those are my words of encouragement to you, the members of the class of 2023. I know that you will go on to do great things. We are all so proud of you and what you have achieved and accomplished individually, but also collectively. And with that, I say to each and every one of you, thank you and congratulations. Again, let's focus on the positive. I now ask that our very own superintendent, Ms. Kathleen Groutman, come for the next order of business.
Seniors, please rise. I now present to you President Sean McCabe of the Greece Central School District Board of Education, the class of 2023 of Greece Odyssey Academy of the Greece Central School District. This class has met all the requirements set forth by the State of New York Department of Education and the Greece Central School District Board of Education. I recommend to you that they be awarded diplomas.
Thank you, Superintendent Groutman. By virtue of the authority vested in me as the President of the Board of Education of the Greece Central School District, I authorize the awarding of diplomas to this graduating class of 2023 of the Greece Odyssey Academy. Congratulations.
Isaiah Walker Rivera. Delilah Adamson. Logan Alexander. Ashley Andino Garcia. Paul Antonovich. Giovanni Arena. Penel Asifa. Kara Bell. Haley Marie Blacken. Michael Bruno. Alyssa Burrows. Faith Burton. Nicholas Callahan. Gabriela Caravaggio. Alexander Cardinal. Connor Clark. Jason Clahessy. Cold coffee. Michael Corcoran. Christopher Coriano. Juan Perugia. Sophia Caballero. Bruce Jaden Cotton. Mark Dashkovich. Isabella Davidson.
Dustin Delude. Jack DeWolf. Tanasha Dingle. Ryan Donahue. TJ Dorsey. Karina Farah. Ryan Flagg. Fletcher. Alexander Frizone. Eric Gatewood. Anthony Gonzalez.
Morgan Hall. Layla Hedgebeth. Daniel Helms. Melanie Valeria Hernandez. Jaya Hilliard. Austin Incardona. Delilia Jimenez. Liam Jones. Jordan Casambayo. Nicholas Kierstead. Jesse Keller. Shane Kelly. Shane. Willa Kelly. Jaden King. Melanie Kramer. Natalie Leno. Emily Lewis. Frank Lapomi. Isabella Lombardi. Paul Lombardo. Naomi Lopez Carvajal. Giselle Maldonado. Miriam Martinez. Anna McBride. Moran McDonald. Aiden McManus.
Caleb McManus. Dante McNair. Mario McNair. Alyssa McNulty. Camden Metzler. Owen Miles. Mitchell. Noor Najjar.
Nadia Navedo. Tanaz Newkirk Lewis. Catherine Newhouse. Johnny Wynn. Kayla Nugent. Genesis Okendo. Owen Opasansuk. Emma Palmer. Jonathan Perry. Asia Phillip. Jacob Platt. Logan Flo. Brielle Hope. Evan Rabidou. Marissa Raisman. Alejandro Ramos. Jean Ramos Rodriguez. Alexandra Reynolds. Lauren Rittenberg. Delshawn Robinson. Jose Rodriguez. Haven Rogers. Joshua Romanowski. Josh could not be with us this evening, but his family and the Odyssey community would like to honor Josh and his accomplishments. Christopher Roots.
Jane Schluter. Dominic Schneider. Julia Schrader. Tariana Sessler. Colton Chartrand. Evan Shaw. Joseph Shaw. Catherine Schomper. Catherine Schomper. Mayana Simpson. Harry Singh. Delaney Snyder. Cody Stasko. Zachary Stewart. Joshua Tantalo. Indiana Taylor. Noah Tess. Toby Thomas Guzman. Joaquin Torres Morales. Christian Trichet. Anthony Tedesco. Gracie Van Epps. Paige Van Epps. Ty Van Epps. Lillian Pentine. Sebastian Vargas. Rafael Vasquez. Philip Wadsworth. Mason Wall. Dynasty Wall. Abigail Webster. Cassandra White. Leah Willis. Angelina Wing. Joyce Yang.
All right. It is now time for our Assistant Principal, Ms. Graves, to address the class of 2023. She has been with our Odyssey family for the past 2 years, and we are excited to have had her support and encouragement throughout our senior year.
Thank you, class of 2023, families, distinguished guests, Greece Odyssey community, Principals Hepburn and Assistant Principal Christofori. Some of you may not know, but I too am a proud graduate of the Greece Central School District. In fact, though I have a bachelor's degree and 2 master's degrees, the only commencement ceremony that I have ever worn a cap and gown for and walked in was my high school graduation. People often ask me why. Why out of all of these academic achievements have you only walked at your high school graduation? The answer is simple. It's just that important. Graduating from high school is a major milestone. You have been in school for the past 13 years of your life. This signifies the end of your childhood and that the next step in your life is truly your decision. You are able to follow your dreams and work towards what makes you happy. You are able to make your own mistakes and take big risks without anyone telling you to slow down or you shouldn't do that. Truly, you are the one who controls what happens next. If there is one thing that I know, it's that you're ready. Be proud of being a Greece Odyssey graduate. If you know me, you know that I have a really personal reason why I believe so strongly in public education, more specifically, Greece schools. It's not because I took all of the most challenging courses and I remember everything that every teacher told me or taught me. It's because I know how important it is to engage and work with people from all walks of life. I, like many of you, grew up as a member of a working class family in Greece. I didn't always have the same opportunities as those around me. But graduating from Greece schools means that you have done the work and you can engage with people from all walks of life. Being able to understand how to interact with others and find common ground with people from every different direction is what will make you successful. It is what will set you apart from your peers. You will be able to look at adversity and diversity and know that you were taught to navigate both. I see this class and I see amazing things that you all have overcome. Carry that with you everywhere you go and know that you can work with anyone and you can accomplish anything. Never forget where you came from and always remember, we are Odyssey.
Good evening. Seniors, please rise. On behalf of Dr. Hepburn, Ms. Groutman, and the Board of Education, it is now time for the cap and tassel ceremony. The movement of the tassel symbolizes your movement from the role of student to that of graduate. On the count of 3, please move the tassel from right to left. Mine's stuck. 1, 2, 3. Classmates of the Odyssey class of 2023, I now declare you graduated.
of the class of 2023, I thank you for your presence here tonight. Graduates, please stand. We are now going to recess to the back of the auditorium. Parents, families, and guests, please remain seated until the recessional is over. At that time, you are free to come and meet with your graduate outside the auditorium. Thank you for being a part of our journey, and thank you for being here tonight. Congratulations again, class of 2023. Mr. Sweats, please begin the recessional.